Hi everyone, this is Devika Sharma and we are back with the 48th episode of SSA Online Weekly Rewind. So stay with me to know some really interesting legal stories of the week, and you definitely would not want to miss the winner of this week's SSA Online quiz. So let's begin. Let's know about the most interesting story of this week, which is from Bombay High Court. You must have heard about the unfortunate events happening due to blind faith of people, and one such incident was addressed by the Bombay High Court recently, wherein a person was accused of asking a couple who were issueless to perform sexual acts in his presence, and on such occasion he raped the women. Court noted that the women had deep faith in the said man, and only on account of such faith the husband and wife indulged in sex in his presence, which otherwise could have been quite embarrassing. Bombay High Court, while addressing the matter with regard to rape committed by a person claiming to have supernatural powers, expressed that it is significant to note that the blind faith of the parties on the accused is the real driver in such cases. High Court upheld the conviction of the accused under Section 376 IPC. Starting with the Supreme Court stories, with an aim to curtail the pendency before the High Courts and for speedy disposal of the appeals concerning payment of compensation to the victims of road accident, the Supreme Court has asked the Ministry of Law and Justice to consider constituting motor vehicle appellate tribunals by amending Section 173 of the Motor Vehicles Act so that the appeals challenging the award of a tribunal could be filed before the appellate tribunal so constituted. The Supreme Court has suggested that there is no need for further appeal against the order of the appellate tribunal, as the party always has the option of invoking the writ jurisdiction of the High Court for appropriate reliefs. In a case where there was a minor discrepancy regarding the date of occurrence of the act of sexual harassment of a constable at the hands of his superior, that is the head constable, the Supreme Court has held that deeming such a trivial aspect to be of monumental relevance while invalidating the entirety of the disciplinary proceedings against the superior and reinstating him to his position renders the complainant's remedy at naught. The court took the opportunity to highlight the rising trend of invalidation of proceedings inquiring into sexual misconduct on hyper-technical interpretations of the applicable service rules. It hence urged the courts to be mindful of the fact that there are several considerations and deterrents that a subordinate aggrieved of sexual harassment has to face when they consider reporting sexual misconduct of their superior. Explaining the scope of Section 51 of the Consumer Protection Act 2019, the Supreme Court has held that NCDRC can pass an order to deposit the entire amount or any amount higher than 50% of the amount in terms of the order of the State Commission while staying its order. However, while doing so, the NCDRC has to assign some reasons and pass a speaking order, as such an order on the stay application is not to be passed mechanically. The Bombay High Court at Goa rejected Tarun Tejpal's plea to conduct in-camera proceedings in connection with the appeal filed against his acquittal in a rape case. The High Court held that Section 327 subsection 2 CRPC would only be applicable to inquiry or trial, and that the same will not apply to appeals either appeal against conviction or an application seeking leave to file appeal against acquittal. The court observed, in proceedings such as these, that is rape cases in general, it is expected that all parties conduct themselves with dignity, sobriety, and some sensitivity that is required, particularly while reading evidence pertaining to intimate details. This, we think, is not too much to expect from the advocates appearing for the respective parties. Maintaining decorum in the courtroom is not merely a superficial means of protecting the image of lawyers and judges, but it is absolutely essential to the administration of justice. Another one for Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court, while addressing a sordid story of two poor, helpless and hapless victims who had not only been raped, but one of them had been brutally murdered, held that prosecution has utterly failed in connecting the dots and bringing home the guilt of the accused. To read the detailed brief of this very unfortunate case, please check out the SSC Online blog. Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh High Court directed the Union government to implement mandatory vehicle location tracking devices and panic button for all public service vehicles in the tune of Rule 125H of Motor Vehicles Rules. The bench remarked, "It goes without saying that the provisions of Section 136A of the Motor Vehicles Act 1988 and the Rule 125H have to be complied with in their letter and spirit. The exemption granted by the government was limited in a period of time and has since expired." Can mere failure to keep a promise without anything more lead to irresistible conclusion that promise had been dishonestly made from inception? While addressing a matter under Section 376 of IPC, Calcutta High Court observed that it cannot be said that the appellant had no intention to marry from the inception of the relationship. In fact, the relationship did not fructify due to obstruction from the elders of the family. High Court observed that mere failure to keep a promise without anything more cannot lead to the irresistible conclusion that the promise had been dishonestly made from the inception. Coming to a very interesting story from the foreign courts. Man with autistic disorder expresses desire to engage in sexual relations. Does he understand requirement of consent from another sexual partner? UK Supreme Court explained this. Supreme Court of the United Kingdom dealt with a very interesting matter and laid a detailed decision regarding consent with respect to sexual relations. The matter before the court raised issues of profound significance under the Mental Capacity Act 2005 for persons with a disturbance in the functioning of mind or brain, which potentially renders them unable to make a decision for themselves in relation to having sexual relations. The UK Supreme Court expressed that the fact that the other person must have the ability to consent to sexual activity and must in fact consent before and throughout the sexual activity applies to everyone in the society. Read this really interesting report on SSC Online blog. Let's start with the legislation updates. On December 7th, 2021, the Government of Tripura has issued the Tripura Value Added Tax 8th Amendment Rules 2021 in order to amend Tripura Value Added Tax Act 2004. A new Rule 45A has been inserted which provides every registered dealer whose gross turnover in a year exceeds Rs 40 lakhs shall get his accounts in respect of that year audited by an accountant within 6 months from the end of that year and obtain a report of such audit in Form 44. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has issued a clarification on passing general and special resolutions through video conference or other audio-visual means, or to transact items through postal ballot wide circular dated December 8, 2021. The companies are allowed to conduct their EGMs through video conference or other audiovisual means, or transact items through postal ballot till 30th June 2022. The UAE government has adopted a 4.5-day working week with Saturday, Sundays as off days on December 7th, 2021. The law will come into effect from January 1st, 2022. Public sector workers at the ministerial level will adopt a 4.5-day working week with employees working Monday to Thursday. There will be a half day on Fridays. Saturday and Sunday will be the new weekend for government workers. Delisting provisions introduced by SEBI Substantial Acquisition of Shares and Takeovers Third Amendment Regulations 2021, which amends the Securities and Exchange Board of India Substantial Acquisition of Shares and Takeover Regulations 2011. Read the detailed report on the amendment at SSC Online blog. Now let's move on to the most awaited part, that is the winner of this week's SSC Online quiz. This week we had asked how many subheads are covered under the topic Aviation Law in Find by Topic search in SSC Online Web Edition. The answer is 13. And the winners are Rishabh Chetri and Rupinder Kaur. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you so much for supporting our videos, and do stay tuned to our channel for more such videos. This is Devika Sharma signing off for this week.